Bum. YouTube is telling me that I'm live. Hey, live. Hey, world. How are y'all doing? Nobody's watching yet, so I'm talking to myself. This is always like the most awkward thing about going live for me is there's always like this beginning time where nobody's on yet and I don't have anybody to talk to and I'm talking to myself. I could talk to my dog over there. Anyway, also my screen's reversed. That's weird. I'm usually not reversed when I record. And now when I turn my head this way, it looks like this way. It's very confusing. I can't look at myself. Anyway, hi. So hello world, or the tutor world part of it, my part of the tutor world, anybody who's watching in the world. I wanted to just pop on and do a quick little chat about speakers for Tudorcon. So I just announced that our speaker proposal form is up. And so we would love it if you would like to submit a proposal to talk at Tudorcon this year. So if you had a New Year's resolution that, I don't know, you wanted to give a talk to Tudor fans about Tudor history, I don't know, whatever your particular interest in Tudor history is, pets or rivalries or Christmas traditions or farming, or I don't know, whatever your particular thing is that you love about Tudor history, music, the arts, and you want to talk about that, we would love to see your proposal. And the thing about Tudorcon that I'm going to be talking about this year is it's so exciting. Tudorcon is growing up. Tudorcon is going to be how old? 2019, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. This will be the 8th. Holy cow. Is this going to be the 8th Tudor? This is going to be the 8th Tudorcon. That's crazy. I have no idea Tudorcon was that old. Time flies. Anyway, so Tudorcon is growing up because we are going to be moving partly this year. So we started out, the history of Tudorcon is that we started at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair at a winery that was on the grounds of the Renaissance Fair. And we did it there for several years in a row. And that was all brilliant and wonderful. And then we were invited to come to Agecroft Hall in Richmond, outside of Richmond. And of course, those of you who've heard me talk about Tudorcon have heard me talk about how it is an actual Tudor home that was brought from Lancashire to Virginia like 100 years ago by a guy who was a tobacco farmer. And he wanted to live in a Tudor home, as one does. And so he brought this home over. And so that's where we started. And the thing about it was they just had one meeting room, and we're still going to be at Agecroft for our social events, for the parties and things. But for meeting space, we're limited because they have just one meeting room and it only holds like 90 people. And so that would really limit us with how many talks we could accept and how many tickets and all of that. So we sold out to both years that we were there, and we had to turn away last year. We had to turn away like close to 2/3 of the talks that were submitted. And so, we were trying to think about alternatives and options and stuff like that. So Randolph-Macon College approached me, and I was talking to Anne Throckmorton there, who is the Tudor history professor. And we were chatting. She came, Randolph-Macon is in Richmond as well. So she came to Tudorcon last year, and she's working on a book about Tudor adaptations, and she's featuring Tudorcon in it. She's working on a chapter of a book. And she's featuring Tudorcon in her chapter. And so she came and did some interviews with people who came to Tudorcon and was talking, like asking people why they came and all of that, and just doing research for her chapter. And then she said to me, would you ever want to have Tudorcon like on a college campus? Because Randolph-Macon might be interested. And I was like, yeah, that would be really cool, because right now, like I said, we're just limited with our meeting space at Agecroft with how many people or how many talks we can have, because it's just one meeting room. So we talked, and I went down and visited and all of that. And long story short, actually long story, not very short, it's a lot of words. We're going to have the talks at Randolph-Macon, and then we'll have the social stuff still at Agecroft. So I'm very excited, because this is a big move for Tudorcon to be growing up like this, to actually, we can have concurrent sessions happening at once. We've got multiple space. We're going to be in part in the history department building, and then there's the old chapel right across, and we've got space there as well that's reserved. And we're also going to have one whole room that's the reception room for we'll have vendors in there, and that's where the catering, like snacks and coffee, will be as well. So it's actually going to look like a small conference, like an actual grown up conference. It's crazy. It's just like legit. So I came up with the idea of Tudorcon. It's so clear. I won't ever forget. I was swimming in the evening, and I was just like doing laps, and I thought, I really want to go to a Tudorcon. I wonder if something like that exists, because I want to go to one. And I went inside and looked, and like there wasn't any Tudorcon that was going on. I thought, well, I wonder if I should start a Tudorcon. And that was in the summer of 2018. And by the fall of 2019, we had the first one. And, now we're going to be having this like official thing. We'll have more space. We can accept more talks. So that brings me to why you should submit your talk to come to speak at Tudorcon. So if you have anything you're interested in with Tudor history, you should submit a talk. I should post in the chat. Will I be able to, can I do two things? Can I walk and chew gum at the same time? No, I clearly can't walk and chew gum. I'm going to pull up the link for the speaker proposal form. It's the very bare bones skeleton site for Tudorcon is tudorcon.englandcast.com. It's like my podcast site. But then there's like a Tudorcon section. So tudorcon.englandcast.com, and there's become a speaker there. So you can check that out. And yeah, we're interested, because we have 5 rooms, we're interested in potentially sorting things into tracks as well. So like having an arts and music track, and having like a people track, or like a court drama track. That would be fun. So, we're gonna be kind of looking for that, but you don't have to have had previous experience speaking. I mean, obviously it helps and all of that, but we will help you put together your PowerPoint. We'll help you with, all of that. Basically just being passionate about Tudor history and wanting to share your research and what it is that you're working on would be amazing. And yeah, like I said, we're going to have, I should tell you the dates. October 23rd to 25th is the dates, and it's in Richmond at Randolph-Macon College and H-Croft Hall, on either side of Richmond. And yeah, I'm trying to think what else to tell you. On the form, it asks for, information about like if your previous speaking experience, and if you have a Tudor following, if you're somebody who has a blog or Substack or something, and, you can share with us information about that. It asks for you to give us, an outline of what your topic would be, and all of that. We're going to gather all of those by February 15th. So you have a deadline. You have like over a month to think about it. So February 15th, we will have all of the proposals submitted, and then we're going to go through them and interview people. We're actually going to get on Zoom calls with people to just chat about your topic and see where we might be able to put it in the tracks and all of that, and then we'll make our final decision by the middle of March and announce them all. So that is going to be how it works. I'm trying to think what else to tell you. So yeah, you don't have to have previous experience. I said that already. You don't have to have previous experience, just wanting to chat about Tudor history and share your passion, and and just be excited about it. All of that. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should tell you. Trying to see if there's any chat here. If you have any questions about it, feel free to let me know. And let me pull up, I'm gonna Englandcast. No, wait, I can't even remember my website. Tudorcon.englandcast.com. And then there's become a speaker or speak at Tudorcon. So I will get this and put it in. Look at that. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. So yeah, that's the link to fill it out. And there's just a Google form on there. And we have a committee. There is actually a committee. It's not just me. There's a committee that helps to evaluate it. And we look at things like, again, like I said, can it fit in with the track that we have? Are there similar proposals? Have you spoken at Tudorcon in the past? Is it something that we think will have a broad interest or a niche interest? And one or the other isn't necessarily going to make the decision. It's just where we'll be able to fit it in the programming. Because like I said, with multiple talks going on at once, we can kind of group things thematically. And yeah, I'm so excited, you guys. I really can't even believe that Tudorcon is growing up like this. And this idea that I had on a summer night in 2018 is like actually a thing that's getting featured in books and people come to from all over the world. And it's just really super exciting, really exciting. So we'd love to have you be part of it. The biggest Tudorcon yet this year. Yeah, really exciting. I don't know what else to say. I'm just really starting to repeat myself right now. How is it where you guys all are? How's life? How's Friday afternoon treating you? It's really rainy here right now. It's okay though. It's better than snow. I like snow, but it's more work. I don't really want to shovel. I'm trying to think of anything else interesting to say about speaking and think if there's anything I missed, but I don't think there is. Just we'd love to have you submit your proposals and have you be part of Tudorcon, October 23rd to 25th, Richmond, Virginia. If you have anything you want to share about Tudor history, we would love to have you. Yeah. Oh, and I should say the process a little bit more too. So yeah, we'll let you know by March 15th. And at that point, we'll ask you to confirm that you can come. We can't pay speakers, but you get to come to Tudorcon for free. So that's fun. So yeah, you get a free ticket. And so we will confirm with everybody by mid-March, the people that we've selected. And then, we'll kind of guide you through, we'll give you stuff to help promote it. We'll give you like a nice little badge that says, I'm speaking at Tudorcon and stuff like that. And Sarah Irwin is the person who liaises with speakers, and she will be your contact and kind of help manage things. We ask for like a headshot and your biography so we can put it in the program, and, we'll put you up on the website, all that kind of stuff. And then as we get closer throughout the summer, we'll start collecting your PowerPoints, and we'll collect your PowerPoints and look them over, make sure everything's good. I'm sure it will be. And then on the weekend of Tudorcon itself, we will have everything preloaded on Chromebooks. So you'll be able to, just have your presentation there, and everything's recorded. And you might notice that I like release Tudorcon talks sometimes here on the channel. So everything's recorded. And yeah, I'm suddenly thinking about the logistics of having 5 rooms and realizing that I won't be able to introduce everybody. Normally I introduce everybody, but I can't be in 5 places at once. So that reminds me that I will have to think about that. But that's fine. We've got 10 months to sort 10 months. Yeah, 10 months to sort this out. All good. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think it has to be that complicated. I feel like there should be more to it, but it's really not that complicated. We'd love to have you be part of Tudorcon. So the link is in the chat. We have until February 15th to submit your proposals. I can talk. And yeah, I hope that we read your proposal, and I hope that we see you at Tudorcon, because it's going to be so much fun. And if you don't want to speak and you just want to come to Tudorcon, we'd love that too. And you can get tickets. I just released, so I started building a very skeletal website at that tudorcon.englandcast.com. Has very bare bones. I just started building it like a week ago. So I'm going to fill in more over the next couple of weeks. But the important stuff is there. The speaker form is there. The volunteer form is there. The tickets are there. And we do have the early bird tickets available now as well. I saw there had been some comments here on the channel in various videos and stuff asking me about when tickets were going to be available. So you can get your tickets now, but of course we won't announce the full schedule until March. I'm working on some very exciting keynotes though. Yeah, I can't really tell you. I can't really say who right now because I don't have anything confirmed, but I've got some interesting emails in my inbox about potential keynotes. So how's that for a hint? Yeah, and I just think it's going to be really fun because this Tudorcon is such a great opportunity for people to get together and share with friends, meet new friends. We're such a friendly gang. I think we really are like the friendliest place on the internet, and then taking that into real life. And yeah, so what was I saying? Oh, have some exciting keynotes that I'm working on. I'm working on some very exciting stuff with a keynote. And that's all I'll say about that. So we will announce the full schedule in March. once we confirm all the speakers. But some people know already that they want to come to Tudorcon. And like I said, we've sold out the last 2 years. And people were disappointed because they couldn't come in person. But if you want to come, you can get your early bird tickets at the website as well and submit your proposal, which was what I really wanted to talk about, because we would love to read your proposal to speak if you have something you want to share. I think that's it. I think like I could just keep talking about it and that wouldn't really be particularly interesting. Trying to think if I have anything else to share. My New Year's resolution this year has been to read more poetry, to slow down and read more poetry, because I get quite manic sometimes, if you can't tell. And so I just bought this book, Sylvia Plath. I've been going through Sylvia Plath, and there's some wonderful lines where I had some stuff underlined. Where is it? This is fascinating. This is turning into real. All of my lives turn into such great things of me looking through books and trying to find things. Never mind. Trying to think if there's anything else interesting to share with you. But I don't think there is. So yeah, just submit a proposal to talk at Tudorcon, and hopefully we'll see you in October. I'm in full-on Tudorcon planning mode now. We got through the holidays and the planners and all of that, and now it's Tudorcon time. I have a notebook. I will show you my Tudorcon notebook, because I'm not good at Pinterest crafts. I very much admire people who are good at Pinterest crafts. I'm not crafty at all. I'm not in the least bit crafty. But this was my nod to being crafty. I took a planner, or I took a notebook, and I put stickers on it. It says Tudorcon. I present to you, this is as crafty as I get, my friends. This is as crafty as I get. It says Tudorcon, and that's my Tudorcon notebook. Somebody wrote something. Oh wow, no, you probably shouldn't. That's probably something we should delete. Can I go ahead and delete that? Yeah, I can remove that. That's fun. I always like it when people put interesting comments on people and their hobbies. So yeah, this is my Tudorcon planning notebook, and it's full of fun things right now. Yeah, full on Tudorcon mode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging. I'm just going to breathe for a minute. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, wherever you are. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, January 9th. It's a good day. I hope it's a good day. I hope it's a good day where you are. It's a good day where I am. I'm excited about life. I hope you're excited about life too. Life can be crazy sometimes, and stuff. Oh, here's a fun fact I heard recently. I was thinking about, how sometimes things seem crazy in the world, and it could get depressing if you dwell in that. And obviously you want to be aware of things and you want to be aware of what's going on, but not necessarily dwelling, because that makes it hard to act if you're busy dwelling. And I was thinking about other times in history when things have been hard and weird, and just no matter what you think about anything, we're in weird times right now. We just really are, I think. But here's an interesting fun fact. There was a point, it's called the bottleneck, in prehistory, about 800,000 years ago, where the population of humanity, well, we weren't humans yet, Homo erectus? I don't know. But our ancestors, the people who were at one point, who became human, who became what we are now, there was only 1,200 of them alive. If I was at Tudorcon, I would be doing a lecture on Richard III. Well, we would love it if you would do a lecture on Richard III. You should totally do that. You should submit your proposal and come and do your lecture. Anyway, the bottleneck was this period where we got down to 1,200. That's it, of our ancestors. There was only 1,200 of them. And they were able to do this through like DNA sequencing and going back. And so all of us, billions of people, unfortunately in the UK, well, we do have people from the UK coming. I mean, we have had people from the UK come before. Yeah, we've had people from the UK come, but I get it. It's not as easy for sure. We do always have a contest though to see who traveled the furthest, and the person who traveled the furthest gets a fun prize. So if you came to Tudorcon from the UK, you might win the prize for who traveled the furthest and win a fun prize. But I find that really, really amazing that everything that we became today, that we became throughout history, started with 1,200 individuals. And there was another bottleneck after that, but it never got down to 1,200. But then they also think that the people who populated Northern Europe, who left like the Fertile Crescent and went out into Northern Europe, there was only like less than 60 individuals. So everybody in Northern Europe came from like 60 individuals. They think it was like 40 women and 20 men. I've been listening to prehistory podcasts. It's really interesting. Anyway, I'm blown away by the like how I guess by like how strongly life wants to persevere and how strongly life continues, even at times where it seems really difficult. And I think it can give you a lot of hope to know that this life force is out there and this life force is like moving through the world. And yeah, I just think that's crazy. So that's an interesting fun fact that there was down to 1,200 individuals, the bottleneck. It was like 800,000 years ago. And we all come from those 1,200 individuals. It's nuts. Mind blown. Mind blown, you guys. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'm going to see the Lord of the Rings. No, not the Hobbit trilogy. The theater close to my house is doing the hot all weekend playing each one. So tonight is The Unexpected Journey, tomorrow is The Desolation of Smaug, and Sunday is The Battle of Five Armies. And I didn't enjoy The Hobbit as much as I enjoyed Lord of the Rings. I mean, the book is amazing, but I didn't think it needed to be 3 movies, but Peter Jackson's amazing and the movie's amazing and I love it and I love everything related to Middle Earth. And so I'm going to go take my daughter and we're going to have a Hobbit movie marathon. The last historical book I read was about Isabella of France. Fun. This has been fun. Thank you for commenting. Northman89. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So yeah, I've been getting into the spirit. I've been having the soundtrack of The Hobbit on while I'm working, but I don't want to play too much of it because then YouTube will give me a copyright strike, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to upset the copyright people. I don't think it would pick up on it anyway, but anyway, yes, I've been listening to The Hobbit and soundtrack and getting very excited for my weekend Hobbit movie marathon. So I hope you have fun plans wherever you are this weekend as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for talking with me, Northman89. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, submit a proposal to talk at Tudorcon. We'd love to spend some time with you and get to know you and have you share your research with us and have community with you and all of that good stuff. So I put the link in the chat, tudorcon.englandcast.com/speak or something. I just go to tudorcon.englandcast.com and there's a link at the top to speak at Tudorcon. And October 23rd to 25th, Richmond, Virginia. Hopefully we can see you there. All right, I think I'll go. I thought, I'll pop on for like 5 minutes. And that's what always happens because I always say, I'm just going to pop on for like 5 minutes. And then I just start chatting and lose track of time. So I've done that. Thanks for hanging out with me this long. All right, have a good day, everybody. I will talk to you later. Bye.